on CCX News, a Maple Grove family who's all about fun and games.
It's kind of exciting because it's something different.
And now seeing their fun turn into a money-making adventure. Plus, a sinking feeling in Brooklyn Park, a second sinkhole forms just a month after another one nearby was fixed. But first, the latest on a fire that has created a difficult situation for a local grocery store. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. A fire on Sunday night has temporarily shut down Festival Foods in Brooklyn Park.
The blaze started inside the store, but the cause is unknown. We get more from Eric Nelson.
We've had a lot of well-wishers, a lot of people coming by this morning wanted to know how things are going.
Festival Foods was a ghost town today. The typical Monday shopping crowd was replaced by the hum of fans as cleanup efforts continued.
It was a fire in the grocery aisle in the center of the store. Happened to be in paper goods section of the store, so the fire burned quickly.
The fire started just before 6 p.m. and festival workers immediately sprang into action.
Our employees reacted quickly, evacuating customers from the store and attempting to extinguish the fire. They had called 911, so the Brooklyn Park Fire Department was on the way.
Luckily, no one was injured, and the 40 to 50 people inside Festival got out in less than a minute.
There is no major damage inside the store, so Festival is going to try to reopen as soon as possible. But they may lose all of their food and drink products because of the fire.
It's a food store, so when that happens, we err on the side of caution, as we always do, to make sure that the food that we're selling is 100% wholesome and safe.
The fire is still under investigation, and damage estimates are unknown.
While the damage was isolated, when there's smoke and, of course, water in the building, the cleanup process has to happen.
Festival Foods officials credit the Brooklyn Park Fire Department for a fast response and some creative thinking.
Fire department actually found an airboat that they brought in and put in front of the store to blow as much air and get smoke and everything out of the store to mitigate damage to the property.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The airboat belongs to the Robbinsdale Fire Department, which helped in the fire.
Maple Grove City Council will appoint an interim fire chief this week. Marilyn Arnland will serve as acting fire chief beginning in August. She'll replace Scott Anderson, who is retiring at the end of the month after nearly 40 years with the department. Arnland currently serves as Maple Grove deputy fire chief. She will serve as fire chief until a permanent replacement is selected.
Another sinkhole opens in Brooklyn Park, this one just feet away from last month's sinkhole, both caused by water main breaks. Hennepin County workers tell us the repair they made to the water main under West Broadway Avenue last month is working, but a new break opened up over the weekend just 25 feet north of that repair. They plan to start draining all the water away from the area today and hope to start repair work by Wednesday once it's dry. Although the water main will have to be shut off to make the repair, workers plan to route around the break so that area residents don't lose water service. The water main in the area is old and in need of replacement, but if that job is done now, it will have to be redone all over again when the Bottineau light rail line is built along West Broadway. Here's a heads up for drivers. In Golden Valley this week, a ramp closure will last the next couple of days, impacting drivers heading south on Highway 100 to westbound 394. MnDOT will be doing storm drain work. The ramp is scheduled to reopen at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. A delay in the Bottineau light rail project is also impacting potential development plans by Target's northern campus.
Target has the option to buy 22 acres of land from the city of Brooklyn Park at the northeast corner of Highway 169 and Highway 610. The city purchased the land from MnDOT for $2.2 million after the completion of the Highway 610 project. The city's Economic Development Authority is expected to vote this week to give Target until the end of next year to purchase the land. The extra time would better align with the new Bottineau light rail construction schedule. Start of construction on the local light rail project was delayed from the middle of next year to early 2019 due to snags with the Southwest line.
For years, Brooklyn Park has had a no parking rule during the overnight hours in the winter. The city is wondering if that should change. The city has begun taking input through a survey on the city's website. Currently, no parking is allowed between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. from October 15th through April 15th for snow removal reasons. However, some residents, especially at apartment complexes, face a lack of on-street parking. The city is considering shortening the parking ban or keeping it as it is. The City Council will consider changing its parking rules at a meeting come September. Cancer victims can get hit hard twice.
Now, first, fighting the disease and then paying for ongoing medications and other care not always covered by insurance. That was the reason for a golf fundraiser today at Rush Creek in Maple Grove. 300 golfers played to raise money for the North Memorial Health Foundation, which supports an emergency fund for patients and their families struggling to afford treatment and medication.
Part of the problem we run into is that some people are covered by health insurance, but they're not covered for the drugs that are required for their particular condition. It's gotten pretty crazy about how we insure and the specialty coverage for different healthcare pharmaceuticals, and so we help them with that.
Jim Byrne is playing because of the help his mother received. She's doing well now and attends a support group for cancer patients. He says it has made a difference.
She goes, I think it's every Tuesday, and she sits with a group of other cancer people, and they just sit and talk about what it means to be a cancer person. How do you live with cancer? How do your spouses live with cancer? How does your family live with cancer?
Organizers hope to raise $125,000 from today's tournament, and if you'd like to help, you can go to their website, northmemorial.com/foundation. Still ahead, a Maple Grove couple's fun invention turned business opportunity.
Plus, we'll hear from a local prep hoops standout who's heading off early to college for life in the Big Ten.
But first, a chance for storms Tuesday, especially toward late afternoon and evening.
A local artist needs input from Golden Valley residents for a new art project.
By the end of the year, Golden Valley will have a newly remodeled Brookview Community Center, and a piece of artwork will hang prominently in the lobby. Local artist Susan Armington has been commissioned to create an artistic representation of Golden Valley. But first, she needs residents to answer the question, what does community mean to you? Well, city officials hope people of all ages can provide their thoughts.
It's important for residents to play a role because this is the residents' building. It's their place to gather, and this artwork should reflect this community. So being able to work with Susan and have her doing a project about Golden Valley, we think it's a perfect fit.
The forms are available at both Golden Valley City Hall and Brookview Community Center, and responses are due back by August 21st. In this week's Business Matters report, it's an update on a Maple Grove family that we first told you about last December.
They invented a game called PlingPong, and now the game is getting a big bounce.
I love that it shows the bouncing of the ball. It's actually kind of shows you what your goal is, kind of what you're going to be doing with the game.
In his hands, Maple Grove civil engineer Mike St. Martin holds a game box that just a year and a half ago was merely an idea in his head.
Basically, you have a game set up 6 cups per person. You're trying to be last man standing with cups still on the board and bouncing shots off the table to make shots in the cup. So pretty simple concept, but very, very fun and competitive.
By the end of 2016, PlingPong was the name of the game. And Mike and his wife Amy had a prototype they were playing with their family and friends.
Mike has had other ideas, as well, but this one just seemed to work because he built it in the garage one day, and then all of a sudden we're playing it, and then everybody's playing it, and the kids are asking to play it. So then you're like, this is kind of a big deal.
A Kickstarter campaign helped get the word out about PlingPong, and even though the fundraising campaign came up short, it ultimately helped the St. Martins team up with toy manufacturer Buffalo Games. And this spring, the game started rolling off the line.
Easy to carry into your party or wherever else you're heading to. So
That's my favorite part. I love the handle. Just come in with it anywhere you got to be. I like that.
Come August 1st, everyone can pick up PlingPong at Target stores nationwide. The game will also be sold online at Target.com.
It's kind of crazy. Amy and I were just talking earlier, until it's actually in the store, it still doesn't seem real, but it's pretty awesome just to see it all kind of coming together, and going from a concept to something that's actually going to be sitting on the shelf is pretty awesome.
The game is already getting good reviews from the Toy Insider, a national publication that called it a hilarious, fast-paced game filled with skill, luck, and strategy.
They do reviews of new toys that come out, so we have a really positive review for them, which is really exciting.
The St. Martins are proud of this game, but it doesn't mean either one of them will leave their day jobs. They can, however, add to their title, Game Creator, as they reap the rewards of a fun idea that's come to fruition.
Look for it on the shelves, and just we're excited to see it all happen.
PlingPong will be sold at Target for $29.99 starting August 1st, and then next year the game will also be sold at Walmart, Toys R Us, and Amazon. Pretty good bounce for that family, yes. Still ahead, how long does it take to thaw a frozen t-shirt? A contest in Maple Grove finds out the answer.
But first, highlights from the championship games at the big Duck Daze softball tournament. John Jacobson is in next.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. He was expected to be one of the state's top basketball recruits from the class of 2018. Now Armstrong's Race Thompson has moved up that timeline. Number 35 in red, Thompson is committed to play basketball at Indiana University and will actually be part of the 2017 class for new coach Archie Miller. He's been taking summer classes and so will reclassify and head to Indiana next month. Thompson will redshirt this coming season. He's looking forward to being a Hoosier.
Yeah, the program tradition it's amazing. They have some of the best fans in the country. I posted it on Twitter yesterday, and my Twitter has not stopped blowing up. Like, the fans are crazy. I just felt the campus was beautiful, and I really felt at home when I was there and just comfortable around the players and the staff. I feel like I could just, it would be the best fit for me overall.
He had a chance to graduate early, so he took advantage of that, and you know, he's going to go to Indiana. I'm really excited for him. You know, Race has worked really hard at this, and you know, he's ready to move on. I think maturity-wise, he's ready for it, and so we're really happy for him.
He's working this week at one of Armstrong's youth skill camps. Thompson is Armstrong's first Big Ten basketball player since John Bryant in 2000. Bryant started at St. Cloud State, then went to Wisconsin. Thompson is the first to go right from Armstrong to a Big Ten school for men's basketball since Jason Johnson and Grant Johnson went to Wisconsin in the late 1980s. There are a couple of big men's softball tournaments in the area this month. The Crystal Frolics comes up in the last week of the month, while the annual Duck Daze tournament wrapped up on Sunday. This is the Gold Division final featuring Eurotech First Source Ride of Champlin and White against Blue Line Collision of Brooklyn Park and Gray. And Euro's Mike Thorberger smashing one off the top of the fence in right field, scoring David Brown and Travis Knorr. They grab a 2-0 lead, 3 batters into the game. Thorberger would be named Gold Division MVP. Sean Thielbar blasts a home run to center field in the second inning as Eurotech takes a 5-0 lead through 2. But Blue Line Collision would rally in the top of the third. Darren Schroyer with a single to center field brings home Kevin Cogswell with a run. And with a zipper ride spinning in the background, it's Chris Banks blasting one deep and out in center field for a home run. And this game's tied up at 5. After falling behind 9-8 in the top of the 5th, Eurotech responds with a 13-run inning. Scott Novak homers here. They would add 4 more runs in the 6th inning. And Eurotech First Source Riot takes the Gold Division Championship 25-16. In addition to the Gold Division for Class C teams, Duck Daze also featured a 28-team men's tournament for Class D and E softball teams. Joe Buck Holmes of Brooklyn Park and of Champlin and Bumbletown from Plymouth met in the final as Joe Buck Holmes in red. Seth Solold connects on this 3rd inning pitch over the fence in right for a 3-run homer, helping JBH to a 9-1 lead. Bumbletown gets a run back here. Jeff Linner grounds a single to center field. That scores a run. It's 10-4 through 5 innings. Good defense all afternoon for JBH. Dave Norling with a stop at first base, throws to second to get the runner out. Joe Buck Holmes wins 11-5. That forces a second game in the Stubble Elimination Tournament. On to game 2 at Northwood Park between these teams. Tom Potter singles to right center field. Bob Kinney around third. He'll score. And Joe Buck Holmes scores 3 times in the top of the 1st. Bottom of 1, A hard ground ball to third that's fielded cleanly. The throw to first in time for the out. Adam Randall slides in head first for the run. Bumbletown answers with 2 first-inning runs. Leading 5-2, JBH breaks the game open in the third. Kinney with a bases-loaded single that scores both Calvin Spencer and Solwald, and it's 10-2 after 3. Later, Bronze Division MVP Jay Ekman doubles deep off the fence in left center field. Tom Potter scores. Joe Buck Holmes of Champlin and Brooklyn Park wins the second game 13-3 and 5. They take the tournament title and they are the Bronze Division champions for Duck Duck Days. No teams from our area reached championship matches Sunday at the USA Cup Weekend Youth Soccer Tournament. A 5-day regular USA Cup tourney gets underway Tuesday morning. And Tuesday night is the big opening ceremonies at the National Sports Center.
Opening ceremonies is really the one time when everybody in the tournament family is all together in one location. Right here in the stadium behind me, we will have probably 15 to 17,000 people. The stands will be completely full. The field will be full of kids. We have an Olympic-style opening ceremonies parade, which is really popular. All the teams get to come in and get their moment in the sun.
We'll have highlights from some of the local teams' matches this week on CCX News. Age divisions range from 9 to 19 at USA Cup. That's all for sports. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, John, thanks. Coming up next, clothing that will put chills up your spine.
Maple Grove's Frozen T-shirt contest when we come back. And finally, a group of people in Maple Grove learned a unique skill over the weekend.
They gave me a ringer. Honest to Pete. Grandma has never lost a game except this one.
Well, that woman was one of 20 people taking part in Maple Grove Day's Frozen T-shirt contest. Organizers folded up 20 shirts, soaked them in water, and then froze them for 48 hours. The participants then had to try to unfold the frozen shirts and then actually wear it. The one rule was that they couldn't use the ground, so instead they tried using various parts of the body and in some cases their teeth to pull the shirts apart and get the job done. But organizers say the key is to have some good old-fashioned strength.
Work on your finger strength. It's all in the fingers and bending. It has nothing to do with trying to melt it. You just gotta pull. I think one year we had like a 10-year-old win, and it was all about him pulling it apart. So that's what you work on.
First place winner completed the task in less than 10 minutes and received a $30 prize. And I bet you that is still a cold T-shirt to put on. Probably felt good.
A day like today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again on Tuesday, starting at 4 o'clock.